Hello everyone, I am Dr. Regina Anandi, Assistant Professor, Department of Artificial Intelligence and Data Science. Today we are going to discuss error handling and logging, which are critical for building reliable backend applications. In real-world software, things will go wrong. Servers will fail, users send wrong data, APIs can break. So instead of avoiding errors, we learn how to handle and track them efficiently and effectively. In development, many students focus only on writing code that works. But in industry, what matters more is how your applications behaves when something goes wrong. So error handling ensures the app doesn't crash, users get proper messages, logging ensures developers can debug issues later. So think of logging as a black box recorder of your application. So here's a quick recap about what is middleware and what's the HTTP status codes, why debugging really matters, and how come the request cycle will shows the flow of data. Now comes the problem statement. So error handling is the process of detecting, managing and responding to errors. So instead of exposing raw errors like cannot read property of undefined, we show something went wrong, please try again. So internally we log the real error. Externally we show a safe message. Now let's understand error categories clearly. So syntax errors, mistakes in code caught before execution, runtime errors occurs during execution, for example accessing undefined variables, logical errors, programs runs but gives a wrong in output. So it's very important that logical errors are hardest to detect and require debugging. Morgan. So Morgan is a request logging middleware. It logs HTTP method, URL, status code, response time. For example, log get/users 215 ms. So this helps us understand which endpoints are being used and how fast the responses are. Winston. Here Winston is a powerful logging library used in production system. So why we need Winston instead of console.log? So because it stores logs in files, supports log files, can integrate with cloud services. For example, serving error logs into error.log file for later analysis. So in Express, we can centralize error handling middleware. Example, for example, errors are passed using the next error. Final middleware handles all errors. The flow comes this way, like request, root, error, and then error middleware, and then finally it goes the destination for response. So benefits, when we see the benefits of this are we can have a clean code, no repetition of codes, easier maintenance. So handling asynchronous errors is very important. So in synchronous code we use try and catch. In asynchronous code we use try catch with async or await. Or we can use error handling wrappers. So one common mistake usually students will get is they forgot to handle asynchronous errors, which is nothing but a server crashes. Logging levels help categorizing the logs. Errors, dot error, critical issues, for example, severe such as server crash or something like that. Dot warn, unusual behavior. Dot info, general application flow. Debug, detailed developer logs. In production, we usually disable debug logs to improve the performance. Let's take a real-time example. So user tries to log in with the wrong password. Systems should log attempts in system. So these are the too many attempts can trigger security alert. So this is how logging helps in security as well. So that's all for today. So to summarize, this error handling prevents crashes, logging helps debugging, tools like Morgan and Winston or industry standards, and these are the things we have covered today. And these are the review questions. Thank you for listening.